SiGMA Pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SiGMA Pitch, sponsored by Soho Office Space in collaboration with WH Partners, iGaming Academy, iGaming Elite, Growth Gurus and Game On. Hosted by John Thompson, JT Consulting. Meet the judges: Morton Klein, Klein Group; Igor Samajiski, Nexus; Sue Schneider, Sports Betting Community; Olga Finkel, WH Partners; Chris Jess Peterson, Soho; Tal Ron, Drichem and Co.
I hope you're moderately awake after all that compliance. It lasted a little bit too long for me. Let's see if we can liven it up. It's probably one of the most exciting sessions of SiGMA. We've got 10 startups that are down to our group of finalists from hundreds that applied. We've got a great judging panel in front this afternoon. I'll tell you the format it's going to take. Our 10 startups will be on stage for 3 minutes only. They will be restricted very tightly to time, after which they will then be subject to a 3-minute Q&A session from our judges. Of course, we have our sponsors to thank. Without, we would not be able to put these type of events on. The main sponsor is, of course, Soho Office Space, and they're in a collaboration with WH Partners, iGaming Academy, iGaming Elite and Game On. We're going to welcome our first startup to the stage this afternoon. Would you please? Giacomo Tognini is next for Bethereum. Please welcome him to the stage.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Bethereum is a social betting platform supporting sports, esports, and skill-based games. It combines blockchain and gamification to deliver one of the most innovative and engaging experiences in the market. Now, betting is a huge business, but the industry is plagued by a number of key challenges. There's a general lack of transparency and trust, high fees and low returns, high complexity, and low social involvement, all factors which alienate many potential bettors. Betting used to be a fun and social activity, but now look at these screens. Every betting site looks the same, very functional, very complex. Online betting has become a very individual and mercenary activity, and so complex in its implementation that it looks more like stock trading than, well, the game it once was. We want to bring fun and social back into betting. This is why we're developing the most intuitive and innovative application in the market, one that will be enjoyed by existing bettors, but also by those who've been intimidated by the trust and complexity issues of current solutions. We're not just offering a more user-friendly experience. We're also combining it with powerful gamification elements, an innovation that can truly boost retention and engagement. So, for example, we're integrating social chat, leaderboards, achievements, badges, avatars, time-limited events, and so forth. Now, this takes me to the next point. This is more than just a concept. We've already launched 4 iterations of our platform, bringing vast improvements with each new release, and already got 1.7 million bets on our free-to-play contests. Now, as human beings, we're essentially looking for social connection. We like to share. We like to compete. We like to feel we belong to the group. And in the many games we ran for our community, players were not really saying, hey, I'm winning 10,000 better tokens. They were saying, I'm number 20 on the leaderboard. I just passed you. So it's no surprise that our project attracted the largest and most active community in blockchain gaming. Now, talking of community, we want to build a platform together with the players. Tens of thousands already played on Bethereum, and many of the improvements we made came from their feedback. They asked us to bring esports, and we did, together with some very nice features such as integrated live match streaming. The business model is simple. On the consumer side, we take about 5% of the winnings. On the business side, we'll profit from revenue share from third-party developers and white labeling deals. With proper funding, we believe we can scale this business to over $20 million cumulative revenue within 3 years, with 40% EBITDA margin. Last but not least, our team is solid, multifunctional, and with the right mix of skills and expertise to deliver. We have a great product, a great team, and we're now looking for funding to scale and deliver a great success story. Thank you very much.
Well presented. Great timing.
The red number was a bit scary, but...
Judges, over to you.
Yes.
Chris.
Great to see a product where you actually try to solve a problem and they make it easier for the end
From the
users.
start.
Nice presentation. Well done.
Thank you.
It's great that you mentioned fundraising, because it's a surprise that people at the pitching don't mention fundraising. So good point on that front. How do you see your go-to-market strategy, and whether you perceive yourself more of a B2C and you want to appeal to the consumers, or you're going through the B2B providers?
So the biggest money is, of course, in B2B. But before we can go to B2B, we need to establish brand awareness, and we need to establish a very strong reputation. So we will start as B2C, and we will go mostly to the target audience of casual bettors and enthusiast bettors, because we think that we can also create a new market there, especially with millennials and esports players. But the long-term vision is to create a white label version of this platform and to offer it to operators as well. We just need to focus first.
You spoke about funding. You're actively now pursuing getting investments from whom, and which type of investors you're looking for, and how much you're looking for now?
So funding is a long-term job. It happens all the time. But we're looking for equity investors. It would be great to get strategic investors that have iGaming connections, of course. We're looking to raise a round of $1 million. We recently got $200,000 from Israeli investors, but of course we have steps to go. We have very good contacts as well, so it's all in talks, but it takes some time to close.
Thank you.
If you want to help, you're welcome to do that.
I'm curious how the U.S. fits into your plans.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you're trying to make it simple and easy will help with the mass market.
Absolutely.
But also, since it's blockchain, which is still kind of foreign to a lot of people there, how do you factor in for that?
This is two questions in one, so let me address it separately, the U.S. and then blockchain. So in terms of the U.S., this product was...
I'll just buy our judges some time. We are just going to add up these scores now. Guys, it's not easy to stand on this stage in front of a couple of hundred people that you don't know and pitch your entire business plan in 3 minutes and then be thrown to the wrath of our 5 tyrannical judges. They're not always tyrants. They're actually quite nice people mostly, but we asked them to be sharp and direct today just to get more information. So please, for one final time, for our 10 SiGMA pitches of 2019, put your hands together and give them a huge round of applause. Also going to thank our sponsors for the final time, Soho Office Space. Chris, thank you very, very much. And they have been working in collaboration with WH Partners, iGaming Academy, iGaming Elite, Game On, and Growth Gurus, who get 2 mentions. Growth Gurus who get 2 mentions, because I missed them off first time, and we need them back next year. We are just waiting for the winner to be delivered to the stage very shortly. And we have it?
No, we can have a discussion about the startup scene,
Come on then, let's talk about the startup scene. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more about Soho Office Space?
So Soho Office is basically taking the headache away from any startup or any corporation about dealing with the normal ideas about having an office, and even saving space and so on, and even the collaborations with the others in the networks and in the communities that we're trying to create. At the moment, we have 3 offices here in Malta, and we're expanding with 3 more. And we're trying to create like a network where, like-minded people, they can come and meet up and hang out in these communities and different event spaces that we're doing. So our focus is obviously to nurture this and try to combine the startup with the corporation parts. So it's great to see that we have companies like Singular and Boss Gaming and so on, combining with the smaller startups. So that's what we're trying to facilitate there.
And we thank you very much indeed for your sponsorship here. Sue, if I could just switch to you for a couple of moments. If Sue could just have the microphone.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Snyder, who's been in gaming about as long as I have, actually. We were probably on the same ride together almost. Your first time back in Malta. Great to see you back in Malta for a while. What's been your first impressions or your recent impressions of SiGMA through day number 2 so far?
I've been amazed at how many new companies are in that space over there. There are a lot, and very such a real variety of functions that they're doing. So I think it's continuing to grow, and this continues to be a hub.
Judges, anything else you'd like to add to our audience while you're on stage this afternoon? We're just getting these scores jotted up out the back there, I hope.
First of all, you are a great moderator in the awards night. I wasn't surprised.
Thank you very much.
You did an amazing job. You and Jessica Walker. It was amazing.
Thank you, very kind.
We really, I believe all of us felt like the Oscar or like something, a Grammys in Hollywood. It's really, really nice. And I think that we all need to, again, congratulate and thank Eman and the ever-growing SiGMA team. These guys do amazing job, guys. Amazing job. And yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Very well said indeed. It takes, it's quite funny. I know all the SiGMA team, and believe it or not, they take probably next week off, and then it's 51 weeks for the countdown for what will be SiGMA number 7. Looks like we have some results coming out now from the back. And I can. I am very pleased to announce that the winner of SiGMA Pitch 2019 is pitch number 4, Bethereum, presented by Giacomo Tognoni. Very well presented and very well done. Come on, you can hold the other end there. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. I'd like to thank our 5 judges this afternoon. I'd like to thank all our startups. Thank you very much for listening. I've been John Thompson. Let's head to the bar.